see. An animalistic... Is it a skull or a head?
Head.
Oh.
Not skull.
Okay, because... Okay.
And it's not... It probably doesn't realize that you've seen it, and it seems like it's creeping toward the edge of the trail.
Is it coming towards us or not?
Yes.
It's coming towards us.
Slowly, but yes. And now Nick too.
This would be
At about this point, you see the buck. You see this being as well. But now you're kind of catching up to the buck, and now you see it. You see this animal as well. It looks like it had a goat or something along those lines.
Oh, a goat skull! Ah!
And you see that the buck is trailing it. It is like the buck is hunting this goat. And of course, you've come close enough to realize that it is albino. It is pure white and lightly shimmering.
It's coming towards us.
Very slowly, but yes. It's probably crossing the trail right about now. It's staying toward the back, toward the trees.
I pull Claire, if she's outside the tent, back in before slowly replacing the flap.
All right, are you awake at this point, Dresser?
Yeah. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be groggy at first to say this.
Of course. Now, Nick, too, you notice this creature come out from the tree line, and you also see the buck following very close behind it. But you're probably toward like the other side of the trail at the beginning of the campsite. Yeah.
Coming down the trail.
If you wanted to make a poll, I would say that yes, you could make a poll. You very, very softly go up behind it, and you tap the side of the deer's head. The buck's head, I should say. It turns and notices you. Well, actually, first let me say, you go to tap its head and your hand goes through. As you do that, it turns and notices you. And it immediately charges at the creature.
Oh shit.
And so you all in the tent don't see what's going on, but Nick, you do see what's about to happen, as the deer basically tackles this thing to the ground and is basically doing its damnedest to pin it as hard as it possibly can. Now, as you go, I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know what you guys want to do. Let me stop right there, though.
I think we should leave post haste.
You reckon?
Meaning now.
I've got a knife.
Drezix, right before you do any of that, I'm gonna say, make a pull. Now, as you're looking at it, you see the creature buck its head backward and look you dead in the eyes.
Yep. Okay, we're leaving now.
You don't hear anything. You don't hear anything, but you see its eyes burrow into you.
Yeah. So that just reaffirms my thought process, and that is, we leave right now. Yes.
I'm going to ask of you again to make a pull as you're leading the charge away. So you all, again, it cocks its head right towards you, and you see its head moving slightly. You see like its jaw dropping, so it's obviously saying something to you. But for whatever reason, you don't hear it or anything, and you continue on through the site, and I'm assuming past the tree line.
I'll keep watch while Desix hides Claire, and we
Claire,
like,
how are you on heights?
I mean, if it gets me away from whatever the hell made that noise, I can suck it up.
I'm gonna roll up the net and wrap it around like my back to kind of be like a seatbelt.
Okay.
So that Claire doesn't fall off, and I'm climbing a tree.
Fair enough. So you're on his back, and kind of you have this bit of webbing that's strapped across you and wrapped around you just to hold you in place, and he starts climbing the fuck out of one of these giant ass 50-foot, 60-foot, 70-foot even pine trees. I'm assuming, unless you pick a different tree specifically.
No, a tree that is relatively easy to climb that isn't going to I don't think is going to fall over anytime soon.
That's fair. And so you climb, and you're climbing up this tree pretty. I mean, you're not running up the tree per se, but you're getting up there, and you find a height that you think is suitable. And I'm assuming that you're just wrapping her to the tree.
No, I'm gonna sit up there with her.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
So now, like, are you securing her to the tree in any way, Essex?
She's secure to me, and I'm a spider. I'm not falling out of the tree.
Fair enough. You, over the tree line, relatively, you're not sure how far off in the distance, but further in the direction that you're traveling, you see smoke
Oh.
coming above the tree line.
Would it happen to be in the direction we came from?
No, the direction that
Okay,
you were heading
good.
toward.
Shit.
I mean, you do see a small puff of smoke from the direction you came from, but you assume that that's your...
Yeah, I was about to say, because if we let that fire get out of control...
It's not... I mean, you were relatively smart when you built that fire. So you take a second and you're like, okay, I need to make this work. I am not for my child. I am not going to die out here. I refuse. I will not die out here, and I need to be thinking straight. And it takes you a minute or two, but you're able to easily come back to and say, I need to be able to get my shit together.
All right, good. All right, I feel a lot better now.
Oh, God, thank God.
So should we go explore that that fire in the distance, because
Yes.
that might be important.
I think we should more than likely, because pine trees burn quick. They burn hot. I think we should probably try and find.
Now, as a note to the size, it's not this massive plume. It's very, very small.
Okay, yeah, but it burns, what, you said fast and hot?
Yep.
So it doesn't matter if it's small, it'll get huge.
Okay.
What we could do is we put us in between where we ran from and where the fire is starting.
Now, you don't know about the fire. Your character
This is
doesn't
where
know
the
about
smoke plume is.
it. Your character
Bigger
does not
plume.
see that. Your character does not know that exists.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just down on the ground by the tree.
Yeah, you're
So
just
it's
down
up
on
to
the
you
ground.
two.
Okay, so Claire, have you told me that you've kind of pulled yourself together?
Oh yes, I'm feeling better now. So
Yeah, and you could even see it in his behavior, because before
She's behind me. She's on my back, so I can't
you can
really
still-
see much
Well,
of
fair
her.
enough. But you could feel, because before she was very stiff on your back and very much almost like planking when that was a thing. But now
That still is a thing.
I can't believe that was ever a thing.
gotta get my.
It is
core
a thing. We still have to test on it. We get the plank test.
No, I'm talking about the meme where people go planking on, like, the McDonald's sign.
Oh yeah, there's
I mean,
also there's
no,
T-pose
there's like a-
now.
Yeah, it's T-pose.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I saw there was a meme where they made that a white thing.
Anyway, beside the point. So before she was more or less like planking on your back, very stiff, but now she's kind of sitting there a little bit more relaxed.
I'm not
And-
hyperventilating.
Exactly, she's not hyperventilating. You can hear her breath calming down.
Okay,
You
so
can get the idea that she's calming down a little bit.
all right, so I'll ask if she's ready to head back down,
I'm good to go.
because we should probably tell them about the smoke.
Absolutely. Let's head back.
All right, so I will go ahead and climb back down.
Okay, you have no problems climbing back down.
Here is my vote. Take it how you will. I would like to continue on the direction we were going, but I would prefer that we do it in the river. The fire won't spread to where the river is,
Okay, but
and if
Again,
it gets to the
if
point that it's too bad,
I'm sure we're not dumb enough to walk into the fire, and I'm sure we'll see it before we get to it. So we could just follow the river. Yeah, just follow the river.
So
Like,
the
we're
thing
going
that
through it,
concerns me is that if we're going to be walking against the current for the entire time, that's going to wear us down.
You could get on the opposite bank, Claire.
Yeah. So why don't we? So we can still follow the river, but why don't we just put the river in between us and the fire?
And the fire. You know, a tree could fall. You never know. These are some big trees.
Yeah.
What did you say? Upwards at 40, between 70 feet.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned that if we walk through the water, we're going to wear ourselves out really quickly.
That is a fair point.
I mean, yeah, we could just get on the opposite bank, find a shallow point and cross.
Okay.
All right.
And then we, put some distance between us and the river, so we're not walking. Just on the opposite bank.
So you find a shallower point, probably maybe in terms of feet, like 1.5 feet deep, and you're able to walk across. And you like, how fast are you going? Are you running? Are you walking? Meandering?
Keep a jogging pace.
A brisk
Because
walk.
that thing could still be after us.
It could be.
I say we could walk just a brisk walking pace. And if we catch wind of anything follow us, then we just, kick it into high gear.
Okay. Now, now you're all walking along. Nick, too.
Yes.
As you're walking along, you spot an unnaturally colored light on the ground.